Hello Sagittarius, it's Lisa, and here is your October 9th to 15th, 2023 general reading. This is just a general reading. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, all my information is in the description box below. I am holding a contest in October to win a reading with me. If you would like to win, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel and leave a comment, and I'll enter you in. And if you've already subscribed, still leave a comment and I'll enter you in as well. And I'll be picking the winner at the end of the month. Okay, Sagittarius. So the overall message for you, for Sagittarius, for this week, Sagittarius, is you've planted the seeds to your success. Now it's just, doing the work to reap the benefits. You have to, add things, take some things away, tweak here, change here, and be open to new opportunities. And the more you do that, the more success you'll have within it. The challenge that you have this week, Sagittarius, is not getting distracted. So this is about just following your gut, keep moving forward. This card, I always say, is like the dogs in the movie Up, where it's like squirrel, and instead of just keep moving forward, you kind of get distracted and stop going forward or go in a different direction. It can be getting distracted by drama, conflict, stuff in the world, or just not doing what you're supposed to be doing because you're distracted. So it is about, this week it's going to be a challenge not to do that. Where you need to focus this week, Sagittarius, is moving forward. So not squirreling, but moving forward. And when you do the Chariot, it's all about moving forward with balance, and it will move you towards really positive outcomes and good things happening. And then what you don't see coming this week, we will reveal in a little bit. Okay, so let's get some clarity on these cards. So the Seven of Pentacles, as I said, Pentacles is traditionally money, but it can be whatever makes you secure in the material world. And it's just, you've planted the seeds. You're doing some work towards whatever this is that you want to achieve. And it's just understanding, you might have to tweak some things, add some things, be open to new opportunities that you didn't see coming, but it is leading you to success. The more work you do on it, the more success basically you're going to have. Interesting. So the Five of Wands is all about just staying neutral, not getting distracted by conflict or drama, which is what the challenge is this week, right? So it is just kind of focusing on what you need to do, and you need to not get distracted this week. A lot of times when they tell these kind of things, it's because things are lining up for more things to come into your life. You might get some answers, and you just won't see it if you're like looking everywhere but where you're supposed to be. It just really feels like you need to not get distracted this week by stuff. The Two of Pentacles is just about moving forward with balance, not rushing forward, not, trying to force things to happen. Just take those baby steps every day, create the flow with the universe. You put out what you want, you do your work, and the universe will bring you exactly what you need to do the next thing. And it is leading you to the success that you want. The Moon is all about that you might not 100% know, your path might not be clear, like how it's all going to happen, what the next steps are, all of that kind of stuff. And as you take each step, the path illuminates and you're able to see it. It's like a creative new way of doing something. It can be almost like a feeling of a new beginning, but it can be exactly the same path that you've been walking. Like if you're trying to achieve something, it can be like it starts to illuminate, and then you're like, oh my God, I can see this. And it feels like a new beginning, but it's exactly what you've been working on. So let's take health and fitness, for example. If you've been working on health and fitness, and you're like, oh, I'm plateauing, nothing's happening. You might be getting distracted by, drama or, invitations, places, or something happening, emotional eating, whatever it is, right? And you're like, I just don't know what the next steps are. I don't know what I need to do to achieve my goal of my health and fitness. And you just keep going, you keep taking those steps, and then it reveals itself how it's all going to come together. And opportunities will present themselves that'll help you. The Queen of Cups is about emotionally letting go of things that don't serve you, that don't help you, letting go of the past hurts. And it can also be about let go, let universe, which a few cards, or should say a few signs, have gotten this week. And it is really all about just moving forward towards your successes, not worrying about how it's all going to come together or what it's going to look like in the end. It's just enjoying the process, and putting it out to the universe that, this is what I want the outcome to be, and allowing the universe to do its thing to make it happen. It could be even bigger and better than what we put, what we think, the limit we put on it. So it's just about going, okay, you know what? I'm going to take my actions. I'm going to go and do what I need to do every day. And I'm going to let go of how it's all going to look like in the end. And then it flows to you much faster. And it's even probably better than you expect it. Really interesting, Sagittarius. So then the challenge is not squirreling this week, not getting distracted, not getting pulled into conflict or drama or other things, like Netflix or social media or whatever it is, right? It could be that you're, like I said, about health and fitness. You could be moving forward towards it, and it's like, oh, geez, I got a wedding to go to and a birthday to go to. And it's just like, well, you can still go to them. Just don't get distracted off of your path. Stay on your path and keep moving towards your goals. The King of Swords is about being proactive and making things happen in your life. Again, just because there's distractions doesn't mean you have to go off your path. You can see it, you can do it, but you stay proactive and you make the things happen in your life. You're in control rather than being reactive to things, especially if it's drama or anything like that. Instead of reacting to all of it, it's kind of like, no, I can move right through this. I don't need to be sidetracked by all of this, or I'm not going to get pulled into other people's stuff. I'm just keep moving forward. The Empress is all about a new beginning, a new way of being, a new beginning. It can be a birth. So if some of you are trying, for a baby or wanting that, it can be a birth, an actual birth that happens, and just kind of, you don't need to let it distract you. Just keep moving forward. And it is moving towards all your hopes and dreams and things growing and flourishing in your life. But it is basically a new way of being is the sum of it. The Two of Wands is not limiting your thinking, not settling for anything. Sky's the limit. The world is your oyster in your hand. So you need to move forward. By getting distracted and squirreling, you're limiting your thinking for the week, right? Because they're kind of like, oh, I'm, focusing on all that instead of focusing on what's really important and focusing on the goals and achieving all the things that I want to achieve. And then they're saying you do your part this week and the universe will provide you with exactly what you need to move towards your successes. Sounds like an interesting week, Sagittarius. Okay, so then what you need to focus on this week is moving forward and moving towards your successes. And the thing with the Chariot is it's like you're leaving behind a certain way of being, negativity, reacting, whatever, however you used to do things, and you're moving towards a more positive outcome. The King of Wands, all about focusing on the now, focusing on what you need to do, and yes, being open to opportunity that presents itself. The Three of Swords is all about heartache leads to this new beginning, right? Heartache, something had happened that led you to this new way of being or towards this goal. And you could be, depending, because it might be different, you all may be at different stages, but it's being at this place where you're grateful for this heartache. So it's kind of like, wow, I'm grateful that I went through that, or I'm grateful that that provided me with this. Because look at this opportunity I have now. I never would have had this if that didn't happen. The Tower. So the Tower is about a shift in your life that's going to happen. it's change basically. So it's moving forward. This shift happens and it shifts you towards really positive things. Although it looks scary, it really is just that we don't like change. So it could be like, you had a challenge and you had the Empress, which is a birth of something. It can be an actual birth. So if you're like, I didn't want to get pregnant now, and now it's like, guess what? You're pregnant, right? So that could be the change, right? Even if, you wanted to get pregnant, it still is a shift in your life because you're like, okay, I have to change things now. It's going to ground me. I have to move forward. It's a positive outcome, but I need to change some things. If it's not about pregnancy and just a new way of being, it's that new way of being shifts things in your life. And now you have to kind of deal with it. It can be either that things get taken away or that things are added to your life. That's kind of like, whoa, okay, now I need to deal with this. But it is always a positive thing. And wow, there's the Empress again. I was just talking about her. So the Empress is a new way of being. So this tower leads to this new way of being. It can be this leads to this, but it is that this change helps things grow in your life and flourish and really positive. But it is that it's a shift that has happened. This could have been the Tower as well, this heartache, where something has happened that was an upheaval and it kind of hurt at the time, but it led to really positive things for your life to be, full. And you're grateful that this heartache happened, this Tower moment happened that shifted everything, that gave you the opportunity to live the life that you want to live. Like an abundant life is what it feels like, which is really interesting. Okay, so then what you don't see coming this week is the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is about just focusing on what's right in front of you, focusing on the now, focusing on what you can do, and letting go of what you can't. I find the King of Cups is like the serenity prayer, right? So it's all about focusing on what you can do, what you can control, and letting go of what you can't. And it can be that there's distraction around you and other things around you that are trying to pull you off what you need to focus on. And it's like, nope, I'm not going to do that. So you don't see that coming. For some people who are single, it can be that a love comes in and they're like, you still have to stay focused and focused on the stuff you need to do. And if you're focusing on the love, it really is kind of like, okay, I'm not going to focus on putting expectations on where is this leading. I'm just going to be in the now, be present, and enjoy it. And then for other people, if it's not about love, it is basically the more focused you are and the more you're in the now, the more you connect to your passions and why you do what you do and what you love to do. And it's like the more you focus on that, the more things grow. The Seven of Wands is about just kicking butt and doing what you need to do to make the things that you want in your life happen. And it's just like focus and kick butt and get her done. The Queen of Wands is about you shining and you coming center stage. So the more you focus, the more you're connected to your passion, the more you shine. And it's more about all about you and you kind of being the best version of yourself. And then the Eight of Cups is about letting go of some things that no longer serve you and moving forward towards adventure and all the things that are waiting for you. It does have this sense of either a change of a way of being or letting go what no longer, it can be people, it can be an attitude, a way of being. You let it go and there's all this life waiting for you and it's moving forward and grabbing it. All about looking at life as an adventure. Really exciting, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you could like and share my videos, that helps me grow my channel and helps me keep doing these. Have a fabulous week and I'll talk to you soon.
When your past calls, don't answer. It's got nothing new to say.